All right, here we go again with the presentations. Right now we're going to talk about my favorite topic probably of the entire year, World War One. World War One. Okay. There was tons of tension in Europe before the war. As you can see, there are all these countries, if you look at them, the Austria-Hungary, okay, Serbia, Romania, Bulgaria, Greece, Albania, Italy, France, Switzerland, Spain, Portugal. As you can see, okay, there's all of these countries. And there's going to be major problems. And we're going to find out that it basically stems from one family. First thing I want to see if you know is, can you tell me what nationalism is? Do you know what nationalism is? Nationalism is a feeling of intense loyalty to one's country or group. Right? If you have extreme pride in where you come from as a country, okay, you see a lot of these people. There's still many people that have huge nationalist feelings toward America. They carry flags on the back of their truck. They have support their different politicians on the back of their cars or in their houses or outside of their houses in their yards. Okay? Now, nationalism can act as a unifying force or disruptive force. Unifying. Italy becomes unified as a nation in the 1860s. Germany unifies itself from smaller states into an empire in the 1870s. So as we're fighting a civil war in our country, Italy and Germany are pooling their sources together. They're pooling, all right, for these people who are extreme loyalists to make their country whole. They succeeded in becoming unified. Both nations wanted their place with other powerful nations like Great Britain and France. They saw what they had. They saw what they were able to do as a single nation, and they yearned for that. Now, how could nationalism be a disruptive force? Well, if nationalism inspires ethnic groups to separate from existing nations to establish independent countries of their own, we have issues because now they want to separate. And people don't like separation. People don't like it. Obviously, look at our country during the Civil War when the South, those certain states wanted to secede. We weren't really happy, and it led to a civil war. Ethnic groups. What's an ethnic group, you might ask? Well, an ethnic group is people that share a common language or traditions. Think about some of the traditions that you may have. Think about different holidays that you celebrate, different things that you do around holidays. Okay? One tradition that we have in this country is a lot of people over Thanksgiving, they eat turkey, then they watch football. And Easter, one of the traditions that my family used to have is after every Easter meal and all the dishes were done, which I basically did myself, we would go to the movies. What is imperialism? Imperialism is a nation exercising political or economic power over small, weaker ones. Very much like what you would call a bully today. Imperialism led to competition between European powers for control over colonies in Africa and Asia. Let's look at this map here, okay? If you look at Algeria, French West Africa, French Equatorial Africa, right? That's all controlled by the French. Egypt, Anglo-Egyptian Sudan, Nigeria, okay? The Gold Coast, that was controlled by the British. If you look at Angola, okay, Mozambique, that was controlled by the Portuguese. So you have all of these countries that have all of this power in all of these smaller little countries, and they're all vying for control. They all want power. They all want to say that they're the big dog out there. What do you see in this map? Well, you see that England and France controlled most of Africa. Italy and Germany did not have many colonies in Africa. Meet Kaiser Wilhelm of Germany. and King Victor Emmanuel of Italy. Why did these nations want colonies? Colonies allowed for the master nations to sell manufactured goods. Colonies supplied cheap raw materials. Colonies were also sources for national prestige. Hey, the more colonies you had, the more power you had, which also let you have more bragging rights. Germany, Italy, and Russia wanted to increase their colonies, but there were few areas left to colonize. Going back a little bit here, sorry about that. Whenever a nation expanded its holding, at least one another nation did not like it, because you were impeding in someone else's territory. This led to many people being very, very angry. This was competition. It resulted in the buildup of armies and navies to protect their interests. Now, this buildup of armies and navies is called militarism. Okay? That's a key word. Please remember that for the test. Okay? What's the buildup of armies and navies to protect one's interests? Militarism. Now, France, Germany, and Russia developed huge armies after 1900. England had the world's strongest navy. Anyone want to take a guess at why that is? Why would England have such a strong navy? Think about it. They're surrounded by water. Of course they're going to be tactically sound in the water. Anyone want to take a guess at what nation tried to challenge England's navy? Germany. Germany wanted supreme power. It really, really, really wanted to show everyone, hey, we may be a new nation, but we're strong and we're powerful. Now, all of these issues, everything with World War I comes down to one woman, one person, one big family started a war that would be called the War to End All Wars, and her name was Queen Victoria of Britain. There she is. She and her husband, Prince Albert, had 9 children, many of them married into families of the rulers of European countries.